Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity to be here. I want to thank the commissioner and congratulate the commissioner. I think he's done a phenomenal job of positioning our conference in a position of strength in a very, very challenging time in college athletics history. So many changes, and has done a really good job and done a great job of communicating with the head coaches, with the ADs, and with the presidents. I want to welcome the 4 new teams to our conference. What an exciting time in college football. What an exciting time for the Big Ten. Going to create some really, really exciting matchups that I think our fans are going to enjoy, but also obviously going to create some challenges as well. Some of those challenges are magnified for Penn State being one of the most northeast schools without an international airport. For the media that's been to Happy Valley, you know some of the travel challenges that exist there. So we spent a ton of time talking to NFL organizations as well as college programs that have done East Coast to West Coast travel during a season, and what are the best practices for that. So put a lot of time into that, and we're excited about those opportunities. You talk about the season, I think one of the big storylines for us obviously is 3 new coordinators, which is unusual. Andy Kotelnicki, who we hired as our offensive coordinator from the University of Kansas, has been great. I got a ton of respect for what they were able to do at Buffalo as well as what they were able to do at Kansas. I got a ton of respect for his former head coach and Lance, and have followed those guys closely for a long time. I think the big thing was this going to make sense for him and us? We're not starting from scratch. So are you able to come in, study what we do, what can stay the same, and what needs to change? I think the big thing, obviously, did a ton of good things on offense last year, but we were not explosive enough. And Coach Kotelnicki and what they were able to do at Kansas the last 2 years, extremely explosive, and just did a really good job as a relational leader coming in and building those relationships with our staff and players. On the defensive side of the ball, a name that you guys are all familiar with, and Tom Allen was a head coach in this conference for a long time, so got great perspective there. And Tom was in a position where he did not really need to take a job, so spent a ton of time making sure that Penn State was the right fit for him, and he was the right fit for us. Had about a 2-week interview process with us, actually in Happy Valley, during bowl prep, and that went really well. Tom's done a great job. Obviously, a little bit different situation depending on what metric you look at. We had arguably the number 1, 2, or 3 defense in college football last year, so Tom is stepping into that position and has done a really, really good job. Excited about how he has joined our staff and impacted our players. And then Justin Lustig, our special teams coordinator. Justin has done a great job. He's from Pennsylvania, is widely regarded as one of the better special teams coordinators in the country. So really impressed with what those guys have done, as well as our team. We've had a great spring. We had a great summer. And obviously, we got an important time ahead of us with camp starting here very, very soon. So appreciate the opportunity to be with you guys in year 11. And also, I want to take a moment and thank and show respect for Coach Ferentz and what he's been able to do at Iowa. It's unbelievable. In some ways, it's sad that 11 years has become the exception in college football. But what he's been able to do at the University of Iowa is super impressive, and I wanted to congratulate him on all his success. So open up the questions.
We got first row on your right side.